Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. Pause. Earlier.
Gains.
Hey, speaking of fucking working out, motherfucking y'all hear what Jillian Michaels like? You sent me that article about Lizzo, whatever.
Oh,
Play
yeah.
by ear, whatever.
Which one?
The one where she like Jillian Michaels was like saying, you know, why aren't we celebrating Lizzo's music and not like her body weight? You know what I'm saying? Like her weight or whatever.
Yeah.
And she like told her about like the pussy or something. About, like if you got
If my name's in your mouth,
yeah,
then my pussy is.
Yes.
That
like,
I'm like, what the fuck, man?
like, but the other day she just like tweeted like, you know, like I'm leaving Twitter because y'all be talking shit, like y'all trolling, you know, shit like that. Like what the fuck? Like you can't even take the shit on Twitter, like. But now you talking shit to Jillian Michaels, who's like telling you, bitch, like you fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shouldn't be a thing you should be proud of, really. You know, like
yeah, Jillian
like,
Michaels is a bulldog. I remember on those old commercials, she'd be like, "Get your fat ass up, let's go." I'm like, shit, I need to work out.
Nah, for real. Hey, speaking of bulldogs, do y'all know the singer Ari Lennox? You ever heard of her or anything?
I've heard y'all talk about Ari Lennox, but I'm not really familiar. I'm always late on music, though. Y'all know that.
Well, like her shit, I mean, like she got some jammers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I probably
but
know.
like,
What song she sing?
Should we throw it on?
Hmm?
Should we throw it on?
Shit, go for
yeah,
it.
I mean, you could. She got one called shit like BHO or some shit like that.
It's called
Okay. Let me
Shout
see
out
some.
Play It By Ear. Hey, let's take a quick break to give a shout out to Play It By Ear, our other podcast. If y'all haven't listened to Play It By Ear, please do give it a listen. We're going to start doing some more album listen-alongs, kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000-esque. Not biting it completely, but, you know, a healthy influence of it. But check out Play It By Ear. Subscribe. Follow, whatever you got to do. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Okay. So the thing is,
He said, "Fuck Play It By Ear."
nah,
Anyway.
with this bitch. All right. So
Shea Butter, baby.
all right. So her music, it's cool or whatever, and like she like a new artist or whatever. Like, you know, it's all good. You know, she's a woman, and but she do look like a dog. Like somebody on Twitter said she looked like a dog, you know what I'm saying? And like she really do look like a dog in the face. And she was like, like, you know, if y'all not like, you know, like y'all talking shit about me, you know, like
I think that's mean.
You know, like people shouldn't be. You say what?
I think that's mean.
But it's
You
like,
think
why?
it's mean?
I think if it's accurate though, like,
It is accurate.
Some
though.
people,
She
some
looks nice
people.
to me, man.
Huh?
I don't think she
No,
looks
you
like
gotta
a
look
dog.
like
That's
her.
a terrible thing to say.
Huh? You gotta look at her. That's for her album cover.
Some people look like, you know, they look
Like
like
in the
objects,
face, bro. Like, for
or they
real,
look
she
like.
really look like a dog. She
Some
look
people
a
look like
bulldog,
certain
for real.
animals. I've
Oh,
seen
God.
women that have like a cat, like feline type face.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I've seen people of all races, white, Hispanic,
Yes.
Asian, black, look like monkey people. Like, you know, hey, that's not. I'm just saying. That's what I say. Of
People
every
look
single
closer to
race,
ape-like.
some
or
fucking people
animal-like.
look a certain
like
way.
some people look like they dogs. You know what I'm
Yes, exactly.
That's a thing.
Like with the real scrunched up face with the little Pekingese.
saying? So like maybe she had a pit when she was like, and she just grew to look like that motherfucker, bro. Because like she does. And somebody said that on Twitter and she got like mad offended, like, you know what I'm saying? But somebody
I mean, I
on
understand.
live-
She's got a reason to be upset by it, but like, you know, like I don't
I
think
mean,
it's
if somebody
anything
told me
hate
that I
talk.
look like something, like, bro, I'd be like, probably like, yeah, you're probably right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody told me I look like a chipmunk or, I don't know, a gopher or some shit. Like,
gopher.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm going to like.
Well, we don't look like any animals specifically.
I mean, I don't know. You never know. Some girls have horse faces, or some people have horse faces. You know what I'm saying? Period. Like, you know, like,
It's a long
like you look
face.
like a fucking horse. Like,
Alan, have we explained to you the theory of girlfriend neck?
No.
oh yeah, like
This is a thing. I think you might notice this now. So I feel like, looking back, at least my sample size, I feel like the girls that I've dated, like the actual, you know, compatible ones, the ones that I'm like, okay, this is somebody I can be with, you know, I care about them, they're my partners, right? they have like this neck, you know, like this little like they got like this little like, you know, that little bump like this, like where the tip of the spine, you know.
Okay.
It's a little bit thicker, maybe, you know. I have that, so maybe his boyfriend there too. I don't know. But on the flip side, you have the girls a little bit more promiscuous. They have more of that narrow neck. It's just straight. Start looking for it. Start looking for it. Maybe it's just a coincidence. It's a trend for my shit. And you know, there is something too. Like there are certain physical features.
You told me that shit like
you noticed
ago.
it too,
I
huh?
noticed that shit.
There are certain physical features that we like that are maybe even subconscious to us. So maybe it's something that just you and I like, Chance. It's our girlfriend neck theory.
It's just,
but keep an eye out.
Something you see, like
Keep an eye out. I want to know if you think the same, Alan.
it's fucking weird.
So it's just a bump on the back of your neck.
It's like it's like the between.
I feel like that's like a fitness thing. Like
Nah, it's
if you're
just,
like real skinny, you see your spine.
Nah, it's not even. It's weird because like you could be whatever size. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no difference in like you could be skinny and have one of these. You
well,
could
think
be,
about like
thicker and have one of these.
I feel like I have more of like a protruding like center of my head, like a horn, almost. like a rhino horn. You know,
Uh-huh.
you don't. I don't feel like
you look like a rhino.
Yeah, I look like a rhino. It's like that, but like on where the top of the back meets the base of the back of the neck.
Sounds like she needs a chiropractor. That's what that
Maybe.
sounds like.
I like chicks with spina bifida. Nah, I don't know. Keep an eye out there.
All right.
For that shit though, nah, it's real. It's real out here.
Man.
It's
Like, why do you
real
keep
out
touching my neck? Oh, I'm just nothing.
No, you'll see it. You'll see it. It's like a little pocket of like flesh on top of the.
here.
That sounded like an awful description.
Sounds
You'll
weird
see,
to me.
you'll see.
Hey, and notice this shit too. Every black crew has
Yes.
a mic. Like every like crew of like black dudes, or like it's always a mic that hang out with like
No, a white mic.
a white mic, yeah, and they all call him white mic. Like, cause one time my homeboy Michael Curvey, shout out Michael Curvey, my homeboy was like, hey, he met Mike. I think this was like back like 15 years ago type shit.
Yeah, it was. Like
And,
06, so like 14. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like back in the gap, and this nigga told Mike his name, and he was like, "All right, you white Mike or whatever." He's like, "You white Mike 3."
Yeah.
Wow.
He already
Dude,
had
3
two other-
mics.
The trilogy.
This white
He already had two other white mics that my predecessors, I suppose. That's a good point though, because you said what was it, your mom? Like they had like a white
Yeah,
mic.
it's a white Mike. Yeah,
Like oh, here
this
come
white
Mike.
dude just like always around. Yeah, He's
Mike
They
Wild.
call him white
again.
Mike. Yeah, like for real, everybody.
That's when we saw Coach Calther. You remember Coach Calther? Or not we. You saw him, but you FaceTimed. And he remembered me.
Well, we were already on FaceTime, and he like just walked up. I was
Right.
like out, like I said, this was on Tuesday and shit. And our Coach Calter, he like came through and shit, and it was like I was like, oh shit, like FaceTime me, right, nigga, like see if this nigga remember you, and he did.
I couldn't believe it. I would
He
never
did.
remember like a 10-year-old's face. Like
I don't
right
know,
now.
some kids.
And I remember faces, but I don't know.
I don't know. Some people like you really like do remember them because like they kind of make an impression
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mhm.
And I feel like we was like impressionable.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as young like kids.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I feel you on that.
Like not even just like I feel like
As
if
a
I ran to like
collective,
any of
too.
my teachers and like I remembered them, you know, like they would remember me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because like I probably have like some crazy ass story I could still tell them and shit.
You know, I had this is a random thought, but like, why don't we start up like cross-genre movies? So give me like a horror film in the Star Wars realm.
That's alien, fool.
Give me like give me like a comedy in like the MCU. Not exactly that. I'm just thinking of like random examples.
That is like what they do. In
It's
the-
like
No, but like
Deadpool.
not even necessarily
Deadpool's like a
involving
comedy.
the protagonist, but like tell me why you couldn't do like a cool horror film inside of like a Star Wars. Like let's say there's like a Sith that's like hunting somebody. It's like a suspense film maybe. You know? Like they're chasing somebody, you know? Like give me more of those like
Okay.
give me minor stories.
That actually sounds interesting and shit.
Give me like minor stories in like the big world, you know, like just because we do all these big this world creation, right? And I guess comics kind of do that to a certain extent. But like all these great artists come up with these entire universes and only talk about
like a murder
characters.
mystery that takes place in Gotham that Commissioner Gordon got to take care of. You know what I'm saying?
And you can allude to Batman here and there, maybe show like glimpses, but he's not really involved.
Got nothing to really do. But don't they got a show like that called like Gotham or some shit?
Yeah, but more shit like that though. Give me more shit like that. You know, like
well, they already own it.
And I don't know, but see, the Gotham thing is kind of daunting because it's like how many seasons, how many episodes. But like one time,
like a movie, like a good ass movie like that.
I think it'd be cool to see that.
Like a 7, but it's like.
Well, you could kind of say like, I don't know, Mandalorian was a Western, but it's not really a genre cross.
Right. Well, I do like that, but here's an idea too. Here's where the thought came to mind. You think about like Inglourious Bastards. You know, that's kind of like a satire of World War II, but they also have like zombie World War II movies.
Right.
Like shit like that. Not necessarily
Wolfenstein.
more zombie. Yeah, stuff like that. They always do it with like war and like actual, nonfiction. They'll put like a fictional twist on that. But I want to let's take fictions and create fictions within those. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're chilling here and like Superman just flying around like, oh shit, what's he doing? You know what I mean? Like,
well, like wasn't that show Heroes?
Or the
or was that like a I don't know.
Well, there's Heroes and there's the one they have now. What's the Amazon one that everybody loves?
I don't know.
What's the Amazon one about the superheroes?
Yeah, like they're all just chilling, right? But they're like also go and do superhero shit.
I don't know.
Just Heroes, right?
I watch Amazon. Amazon got TV.
Now, hold on. Let's see. It's
Prime Video.
Oh my god, this is.
Oh, my sister got that shit, but I don't be watching that shit. Like I said, I haven't watched TV in like all this like
The
past
Boys.
2 months.
The Boys.
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yes.
That sound like us. The Boys.
The Jag Boys.
Jag Boys. Yo. So hold on, man. Like, all right. Like I said, man. Fuck it. I'm being flagrant. Like, you know what I'm saying? And these new whatever this is called. You know. But like jagging. Like. All right. So y'all was talking in the fucking group chat. Well, like I don't know who brought it up. But I was looking in the group chat and it was like all about like jagging and shit. And like I had stopped.
Hey, that's excessive. We don't talk about jagging on that level.
For a minute somebody was going off about jagging. But I was like,
oh no, I think we're talking about like when's a like
solid
I like
time to
if
bust.
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking I think it was
these are two different
sex or
subjects.
jagging. I like to start the night with that. Knock it out, get it done, while you're sober, at least sober-ish. Then you can go out,
like
drink.
before you go out. Like,
yeah, you got that little smile on your face. You got that euphoria and shit, That's if we're doing sex. On the flip side, you're going out with a little bit of shame, maybe a little bit of sweat on your forehead, and you just feel like everybody knows. And they can tell. Hey, Mike, why are you about 15 minutes late? Look guilty. Nah, if you're on the sex side of it, though, let's do it early. I could drink as much as I want. Performance won't be an issue. Because I hate nothing's worse than drinking so much to where you don't bust. Like,
you gotta take like a stacker. Like
a stacker.
You know what I'm saying?
One of those rhino pills they sell next to the lighters at the convenience store. It's like white rhino.
There's some nights it just doesn't like.
And they have like weird, vague descriptions, just like
could cause death.
like stamina.
Stamina's never the issue. It's if you drink to a certain point, it doesn't. You don't climax.
I don't know. I love having drunk sex.
If I'm hammered, no, there are a lot of nights where I don't.
Where you like, man, because you go forever.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, I'm over this now.
Damn.
But you like then those are the times where you just wreck that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just wreck. You just go get some juice.
Yeah, that is the livest. Where you have several versions. It's like you have an intermission. You switch rooms, and then you get like juice in the fridge and
the whole juice too, bro. You cannot pour a glass. Just
straight out the carton.
Zoinks! Damn, that was a good one.